Hello, my name is Harriton Watko. Welcome to our program. Now, what are we talking about? We're talking about the Citizens National Guard. And before anything else, register, go on Google, find it out, CNG, Philippines, or Citizens National Guard. Pursue it, keep going, register, be part of it. Or even if you don't understand it first, please read up on that webpage. It was set up for you to participate in. We have Butch Valdez, who's a regular host here on GNN, who's had his own show here with the LaRouche Philippines. And we have Princess Lady Anne with us. Now, Princess, I'd like to direct to you this question. The perception, ang tingin ng mga taong bayan natin, ang Mindanao, magulo sila nag-aaway kasi iba-ibang grupo rin po yan. Although they're Muslim, there are different, they have the Maranaos, you have the Lumad, so to speak. Now even the Bangsamoro, which is a combination of many different, di ba? Ang perception ng taong bayan, although the President is very sensitive to it, and he really goes around there, no? Kinakausap niya yung mga taong bayan, and you yourself played a very big role in putting together the fighting or crisis, yung mga nag-aaway-aaway. Kamusta na po ngayon, now that President Duterte is there, and pinag-uusapan nga naman the Bangsamoro. In fact, federalism is one of the offsprings of the conflicts that we have in Mindanao. At least itong perception ng taong bayan. Kamusta na po ngayon yung mga away-away doon?
Well, iba naman sa Marawi, sa Tausug. Yun ay sa Sulu, yes. Kaya there are Maranao, Maguindanao, Lumad, and Tausug, and even Siamal and Yakan.
Sila naglalaban yan. Pero they're Muslim. They're all Muslim.
They are all Muslim.
Anong pinag-aawayan?
Ang sa Sulu, Basilan, Tawi-Tawi, so far naman, ang Tawi-Tawi, a little bit peaceful naman doon. Ang Sulu lang at saka sa Basilan na still going on, they're fighting each other. Yung especially sa kidnapping. And,
ang kidnapping is only a tool to generate money, di ba? Income. For the purpose of surviving, para may pera sila. Kung hindi sila makakain, itong mga grupo-grupo. Why are they all fighting when everybody belongs to the same faith?
So far naman, ang government naman ng Sulu, okay naman ngayon. Kaya lang, ang hindi lang talagang kayang pugsain itong mga Abu Sayyaf dahil...
Terrorist naman yan. Iba naman laban.
Yeah.
Hindi naman religion ang laban yan.
Yeah, hindi.
It's for money. They don't believe in Muhammad. They don't believe in Islam. Iba no?
Actually, they are Muslim also. They are friends.
Muslim nga, pero hindi yun ang... That's not what they're fighting for. They're fighting for money, di ba? Literally.
Yeah, because pera pa rin ang problema doon. Kailangan talaga. Dahil siyempre, mayroon silang family and siyempre, kailangan nilang pagkain. Kaya nagkakaroon na. Ngayon nga ang problema, kaya tumatawag sa akin. Kaya sabi ko, I can be the leader of CNG. Dahil kahit umaayaw ako, even teacher nga ngayon, takot na takot sila. Hinihingian sila ng 50 pesos a day. Yeah. So how many teachers naman na sa Sulu? So yun, tapos sabi nila, di ba may kasabihan na mabuti na ngang manghingi kaysa naman magnakaw. Magkano lang naman ang sweldo ng teacher. So yun ang problema.
Pag humihingi ang terorista, nakaw yun. Kasi pag hindi ka nagbigay, pabanatan ka namin, parang ganon.
Yun ang sinasabi.
Yun ang terrorism.
So ngayon, ang kinatatakutan ng mga teacher na parang ayaw na nilang magturo dahil natatakot na sila. Baka mamaya hindi sila makabigay. So yun pa rin ang problema natin. Actually, ang nangyayari ngayon, nandun pa rin may political din, pero hindi naman masyado. Ang problema nga lang talagang poverty sa Sulu.
So, the root of the problem is economics.
Always.
Exactly.
Always economic.
Always economic, kahit saan.
But we have so many rich people down there. Di ba? Ang dami mga politiko, ang yayaman. Why don't they give their money to the very people that, mga constituents nila, di ba? Parang ganon. Ang yayaman ng mga politiko.
Marami nga. Pero the thing is that, ang approach dyan, tama yung ginagawa we agree with what President Duterte is doing. No?
Yeah.
He's putting in infrastructure. No?
Yes.
Kasi yung infrastructure, hindi yung, kasi meron mayaman dyan, tutulong. Hindi. Ang gobyerno ang papasok dyan so that the infrastructure will create opportunities for jobs. No?
Wasn't it Ninoy Aquino who stood up to Ferdinand Marcos when they were talking about the cultural center, and then tumayo si Ninoy sa Senado at sabi, infrastructure, hindi mo makakain yan. What a stupid statement.
It
Di ba?
was.
What
It
a
was.
stupid statement.
It was
Diba?
really a stupid
going back to
statement.
that, economics ang problema
Yes.
in Mindanao. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yes.
But why are they warring against each other? Like you were saying, you have the different sects. Why do they even call that when everyone's Muslim? Why are we even, they're Tausugs, they're Maranaos. Okay, so their right to birth may be the place where they were born. If you're Marawi, tiga Marawi ka, di ba? Parang
Yeah,
gano'n.
oo.
But to say you're a certain sect, hindi kaya parang gera-gera. I mean, that's a never-ending war in the Middle East, di ba? Parang gano'n nakita natin. The Shiites versus the Sunnis versus the Kurds versus... Naku, walang katapusan yan eh.
Yeah.
But should faith be fighting each other or not working together? Or should they not be working together?
Well,
Those of the same faith.
It needs leadership, you see. And the leadership precisely is there. And the leadership, the quality of leadership, let's say in Mindanao, is somebody, for example, like Princess Lady Anne, no, who's able to touch everybody,
Bring them
regardless.
together,
Yeah.
mag-usap-usap lahat.
Yes, na. Yan ang kinakailangan. Or else, kasi it's like tribal wars. Na?
Yun na nga, that's
and
the
these
point I was
tribes,
saying.
these
Tribal
tribes,
wars sa Middle East, di ba? Ganun yun.
expand. Ganyan na. But if you have somebody who's also a Muslim that has that ascendancy, she's princess, she's royalty.
Yes, yes, yes.
And with the Muslim...
That's respected.
That's
The
really
Muslim group,
respected.
that's very respected.
And they respect this. No? And you carry it on. And that's
You
that's
can't
the
earn
role.
it. You have to be
Yeah.
born into it. di
Yeah.
ba?
And so even at least she's got the title. No? Plus right now, the kind of organizations that are supportive of her, whatever she will be saying regarding Mindanao affects many millions of Muslims even here in Luzon.
Yes, yes,
No?
yes.
So it is important that that we have that quality of leadership that's important, that will intervene in such conflicts. No? And then the idea that infrastructure, no? Kasi infrastructure is like an investment into the future. No?
It is.
You do it now, you provide the jobs, so yeah, but it is an investment into the future, and the
So
future is
you,
your
yeah.
next generation.
So consumerism starts to
Right.
prosper.
Right, yeah.
But the conflicts, na matatapos ba yan? Kaya tapusin? Is it better now with President Duterte?
Yeah.
Yung internal conflict among the groups in Mindanao?
Basta sabi ko, pag marangya ang buhay ng mga tao, especially di Abu Sayyaf, since nung makausap ko sila, ang hinihingi nila, okay, sabi niya, narilis man sa akin ng babae, yung 3 ICRC. Sabi niya, ibigay namin ito sa'yo, pero gusto na namin sumurrender at magbagong buhay.
Sinabi na sa inyo?
Yeah.
Oo, tapos,
Sinabi niya sa akin. Kasi sabi niya, wala pang politician na nakipag-usap sa amin at pumunta dito, sabi niya. Pero
Do you regard yourself as a politician?
by that time, I was the vice governor. by that
Politician.
time.
Okay, go ahead.
Pero
Continue.
I am not, sinabi lang nila politician. Kaya hindi ako yumayaman dahil hindi ko kaya. Kasi,
Ay, hindi mo kaya sikmurahin.
at saka kung ano man yun ang sa akin, okay lang sa akin. Kasi ayoko ng gulo. Kaya I was loved by the people. I can even walk
By yourself, without security.
Without security. Kaya kampante ako kasi alam ko na mas marami ang mahirap kaysa mayaman. So I was like by the poor people like me na wala akong maibigay sa kanila na pera, pero ang gusto ko lang sa kanila yung mabuting gawain. I keep on advising them na parang motherly talaga ang dating.
The Muslims in Luzon, for example, are quite proprietary. They are very good in sourcing all kinds of products that they manufacture, put
negosyante.
together. Mga negosyante yan eh. They're closer to the Chinese than the brown Malay, di ba? Parang ganun. Mga negosyante, mga Muslim eh. Why can't they make it prosper in Mindanao instead of fighting each other? Parang ganun. That doesn't make sense to me over the years.
infrastructure.
kulang.
Yeah.
So talagang,
The talent,
so all
the
our presidents,
capabilities
since the
there.
birth of the Republic, ang ginawa, tinulugan ng mga Muslim at yung Mindanao. Talagang tinulugan, miski Visayas actually, tinulugan, kundi lang the oligarch families
Yeah.
that improved Cebu.
Well, even if they wanted to help Mindanao, they were not actually allowed to. There were projects that were in the offing. For example, the circumferential railway system, right? That will go around Mindanao, the railway, no? And crisscross
And
Mindanao.
crisscross, oo.
That vision was created during Marcos's time. But then you needed funding. Then World Bank says, we're not going to fund that. No? The international banks were not said, the consortium, we're not going to fund that. So it stops you because it's infrastructure you need to borrow. No? But if the lending institutions that are supposed to be for development, World Bank, no, says we're not going to fund that, you get stopped. The same thing with energy. No? World Bank.
Nakalimutan nga eh, pagdating sa enerhiya.
World Bank is not going to fund nuclear power plants. They're not going to, but they will fund. What's this? Windmills and whatchamacallit.
Water, geothermal.
Yeah. No, they didn't even fund the geothermal at that time. No? We had to
Hydro,
source
I
it.
mean, hydro.
Yeah, hydro. But you know, pag ayaw kang pa-develop ng mga malalaking institutions, hindi ka papahiramin. Pero
Hindi ka
ngayon,
andar.
iba na.
O, iba.
Iba na dahil hindi na World Bank ang pwede natin puntahan. There are other.
We have the Chinese to
Exactly.
begin with. Ang laki ng investment ng
The
China sa Mindanao. Ngayon, ano, papasok.
The AIIB, the
Yun, the
Asian
AIIB. Which
These
is
are
Chinese.
that are going to be. No, well, the AIIB started by the Chinese, but it's ang participation dyan, 85 countries now, no? Mga membership dyan. So, iba na ang sitwasyon. That's why we are able to go into these kinds of developments. No?
So, economics is the root of the problem.
Yeah.
And then also bad politics and corruption as well.
Yes.
You've got like a very abnormal situation where you had the Ampatuans with all that money. I mean, it's parang ganun karaming pera ba kaya nang itago ng isang politiko? Di ba? Billion, eh, no? How do you... It doesn't make sense. So, how about security? Tama ba ginagawa ng gobyerno doon? In the last 6-8 decades, wala, binabaril. Pag may crisis, lahat binabaril na lang. Parang ganon. Instead of understanding.
Yes.
Hindi na ngayon. Nag-uumpisa na.
Dapat hindi na ganyan. Dati binobomba lang nila, di ba?
Binobomb. That's what you've been reading.
Kasi as of now, syempre martial law pa rin. So under the
Yes.
control of military.
Maganda pa martial law sa Mindanao.
Yes.
Okay, from there. Okay, good.
Yeah. Kaya at saka isa pa doon kaya wala nang masyadong nakikipag-negotiate, nakausapin sila, ganun. Kasi katulad ko, ikaw na you risk your life, pumunta ka para kausapin, para bigyan mo sila ng kulang lang sa pansin. Tapos ngayon sasabihin na, kasi leader yan ng Abu Sayyaf. So,
Tinira ka pa.
Tinira pa ako. Sabi ko, I risk my life. Kaya, ayoko na, sabi ko, sorry na lang. Although they really want to surrender. Magsusurrender sila na kung may amnesty. Ngayon, tinanong ko, sabi niya, walang amnesty. Dahil kung hindi, sabi niya, kailangan lang talaga namin force education. Siyempre, livelihood muna. Then education.
Yes.
Good education, sabi niya. At yung livelihood, pag nakita nila na progress talaga, ibababa nila ang kanilang mga baril. But instead, maghanap buhay talaga sila. Pero wala, I'm just a vice governor eh. And after that, sa lahat ng ginawa ko na barilin pa ako ng Abu Sayyaf. After all, masasabi na ako para ang leader ng Abu Sayyaf, kababae kong tao.
Ikaw pa napagbintangan.
Yes. Kaya, ayoko na talaga. Although, mga teacher tumatawag, ganito na lang, kausapin nyo in a nice way, na sana intindihin mo kami, nagturo kami dito, ganyan. Pwede kaya sa ibang araw na lang, or kausapin nyo, sabi ko, in a nice way lang.
Mindanao, Economics has been the problem. Infrastructure has been fleeting, left wanting over the years. And the politics have looked the other way. So we have left Mindanao on their own. But are the people from Mindanao as hardworking? Should they be given the opportunity? Should they till the land? Kaya naman because it's a very rich with natural resources ang
Yes.
Mindanao. Kundi lang sa mga mina na ninanakaw yung kayamanan ng bayan, di ba?
Yeah, their resources have been exploited, no? But they have not been allowed to develop. No? So there is exploitation of the resources by companies. You mentioned
Yes,
different corporations. No? And as a matter of fact, now, since you mentioned the Lumads earlier, no? The head of the there are something like 42 different Datu tribes there. No? Now, the head of that, Sultan Julius, no, who was parang acclaimed to be the representative
Of the Lumads.
has already signified his interest to be part of the CNG. No?
Oh.
And as a matter of fact, he will be here, and maybe we can
Yes,
bring
bring him on
part
TV,
of your
yes.
show. But what he was telling me was their problem with the NPAs. No? But because the leftists or the communists have already taken over certain areas there and taken over the schools, no? So that they're now indoctrinating the young kids, no, towards that ideology. And of course, when the military comes in to try to stop the schools, pagdating sa media, and they're somehow connected with the media, mainstream media, no, they make it look like the ones that are stopping the education of the children,
Yes.
no, is the government. No? And he was explaining this to me, and I said, why don't you come over so that I can let you be heard by other people, no? So that we here in Luzon get to understand what's going on there in that part of Mindanao, no? Kasi malaking problema ng Mindanao. Hindi, sa Muslims, they have their different types. The Lumads also have their different types of problem. But ang punot dulo is still economics.
It's
no?
all economics.
Still. So that place really has to be shoved into development, no? By massive infrastructure investment.
Kamusta population natin ngayon sa Mindanao as compared to Luzon and Visayas? Ilang milyon na nasa buong Mindanao? Maybe 10?
15 maybe.
15 million.
15
So you have quite a population already to actually make it work. We've got the natural resources. Mindanao is one contiguous, kaya maganda. At saka rich with natural resources. I mean, we've seen the big mining companies going in and just steal the precious materials from the earth, so to speak.
right.
Pero naiiwan ang infrastructure, naiiwan ang social services.
Right.
Then, coupled with bad politics, corruption, and then the fighting tribes, nagkawala-wala. After all, when you say communist, it's a failed theology. It's a failed
ideology.
It's a failed system all through and through, thanks to Marx and Russia to show the world that it doesn't work. And Mao Zedong, di ba? Maybe socialism, yes. But to say communism, NPA, I mean, it's like saying I'm an idiot, I'm a crazy, I'm a terrorist, and I'm a killer. I am the communist. That's all of that, di ba? Because a communist, he might as well shoot himself in the head
Yes.
because he's telling everybody in the world, I'm an idiot, di ba? I'm a killer, I'm a murderer, di ba?
Yeah.
That's the communist, di ba? Kaya pag nakikita ko mga sumisigaw niya sa kalye at sa mga telebisyon, sabi sa loob, ba't di pa binaril nito, no? Sayang ang bala, they should just shoot themselves. But then again, going back to Mindanao, the people want to live. The people want peace.
Yes,
Correct?
of course.
They want to live together. In fact, they will not be as religious if they did not want life. If they
Yeah.
did not wish for life, they won't be, why have faith, di ba? If you want to just kill
Yes.
yourself, no? So, there is a way of getting all the tribes or all the
Yes.
different sectors to come together. And all it requires is infrastructure.
And
That
the
is why we
leadership.
need the leadership of Duterte, going back to
Yes.
CNG. That's why we
Yes,
need it
exactly.
more now than ever before. Because
That's-
he's the only answer, because he's the only president na
Yes.
tumingin sa Mindanao.
That's right. And that's why also you have to understand all of those groups that are clamoring for revolutionary government. No? because they can see that the changes that Duterte wants to implement will be stopped and blocked in certain areas. The Supreme Court, the Ombudsman, the other political are still there. No? They're trying to block this. And then you still have the, uh, the Liberal Party people and personalities that are conspiring.
And the oligarchs. And the,
The
oligarchs
oligarchs.
that are there.
The oligarchs that are there, they're protecting their own interests
Yes.
as well. No? So sabi nila, paano natin papalitan ito kung hindi bigyan ng talagang power ang presidente? Because if he has to go through the so-called processes,
Wala na. Hindi na
hindi aabutan. So you have to understand him, understand the people also. No? And he only has maybe 5 more years,
Yeah.
right? No?
4.5.
4.5. And what happens? No? Are we assured that the next president is going to be continuing what he had started? No?
As long as it's not noy-noy, I think we might have it. We have to end the show, and I'd like to give the last. What would you want to say to the president and to the people? A short exit message, Princess. Anong mensahe niyo po?
Ang mensahe ko lang is dapat pagtuunan ngayon ang especially the Mindanao kasi parang behind talaga ang Mindanao. As nung maging vice governor ako at nung magiging congresswoman ako kasi congresswoman it is two district, while vice governor in general, first and second district is under the vice governor. But syempre, hindi pa rin yung vice governor na talagang ganun ka power. It's always been the governor. So, ang masasabi ko lang, sana pagtuunan na ng pansin ang Sulu at na kung pwede sana nakausapin natin ang mga terrorists na kung pwede. Dahil pag binaril at namatay, nandoon pa rin makaka-recruit na naman ng iba. While as diplomacy at i-explain talaga sa kanilang mabuti, masamang gawain yan, and pati yung mga pamilya nila kausapin, especially mga children, yung makonvince mo na makuha mo ang heart and mind. Actually, sila ay, ang kailangan lang talaga sa kanila is word of honor. Pag sinabi mo ganito, ganito. Pag sinabi niya, kaya mo ba na kahit dumaan ka, yung ititesting ka niya ba na kung totoo ba talaga ito, para hindi na dumami masyado ang communist dahil hindi talaga solusyon ang pagbakbakan or kaya magparami ng baril. Dapat support tayo sa military, pero diplomacy first bago natin bakbakan. Oh, yun ang
Very
masasabi
short
ko.
exit. We're running out of time.
Yeah, well, the CNG is pushing the same ideas that the president has been pushing. We have not tried to touch base with the president because our intention is really just to continue and listen to what the president says. Our fear is that if anything happens to the president, there might not be anybody there that is going to continue with this legacy. We hope the CNG as a group, collectively, and the more people that are with us in this thing, will be the ones to be continuing to push whatever the president will leave behind in case his reign is or his administration is cut short.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed our program. I'd like to first call attention and my compliments to the beautiful dress that Princess is wearing, especially the materials. This must be
Yes.
Mindanao.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's colorful. It's very pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, a very quick exit message. I'd just like to make a short point. I have come across some people who tell me, like, Duterte. Sabi ko, so madumi si Duterte. Ako naman sabi ko, first thing I'd ask is, why? Okay, it's clear ayaw mo because bibig niya. Okay, good. Agreed. Sino gusto mo maging presidente? Tinatanong ko kaagad. And my third question would be, do you believe in democracy o gusto mo diktador? Hindi, democracy. You ask for democracy and yet you don't like to follow the will of the people. where you have close to 80+%. I mean, there's no country in the world that even has 40% favoritism or that believe in their president, and yet we have more than double that, and yet you say you believe in democracy, and you say, ayaw ko si Duterte. What are you then? You're a fraud. That's what you are. I have friends and even relatives, and I've come across, because I refuse to be friends, and I refuse to have even extended conversations, who believe otherwise, because obviously what they want is the stupidity of what is called communism. It is the stupidity of not being able to read, but follow others. There was even one time, hold on, I know I'm breaking time. There was one other incident, a very short incident, that they told me, si President Duterte pinamimigay na yung mga isla natin sa China. My next question was, give me one island, just one, that he gave away. Just one. Hindi makasalita. And yet, hindi, ayoko pa rin kay President, gusto ko kay Vice President. Excuse me, the election is Vice President and then President. Not Vice President becomes President kasi gusto mo. What are you? Do you know what democracy is? Are you like Chris Aquino and says, my father gave you democracy? Excuse me, democracy belongs to the people. Nobody gives it for free or for a fee. I mean, gee. But then again, this is the problem when education is left wanting. I hope you've enjoyed our show. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much, Butch. Ma'am, Princess.